So I am now going to come down and do some of my corn and then work my way back up into the sky. But I'm okay with how it looks at the moment. Got more to do along the horizon. So let's have a look at this. I think I could still go darker in this front. So this is only my first layer. So I'm going back in to put some darker stuff in the front. And the reason I'm using a dark purple, obviously, is because it's the complementary of yellow. I want some of this warmer. This is like sort of a, what would you call it? A plum. It's a really pretty colour. I might need some more of it. I'm running out. And I'm also going to put some very dark blue in there. I might actually, if I've got some to hand, a dark green, very dark. It's almost, oh yeah, it's almost a black. But look how dark that looks. That's not a unison, that's very scratchy. I think that gives a nice effect like this. And going back there, I think this can be darker up here. And I want the cooler one. I've used the warmer one, and I want this cooler one, which was the one I used originally. That can still be darker back there. That's not dark enough. I think I need to stick with that colours I started with. These purples still need some of this in here. Yeah, I like that. I'm just gently, not going to blend the whole thing, but it's really just to make sure it sticks into the paper. Still more, I think, still more. The dark purple. It's not that dark, that one. Let's try this one. Right. See, they look lighter as you add. That's a nice one, but it's not. That's a paler one, but I think it will look quite nice with that corn. Now, I've lost my paths that I very carefully put in earlier, haven't I? So I've got to decide whether I want them in or not. And I think I'm all right with it as it is, actually. I might just leave this little bit here. So I'm going to come in and start to do this orange at the back, which is really quite vibrant. But before I do that, I'm going to go in with something a little redder. It's a real rust, this. Okay. Right, I've got some more to do at the front. Oh, right. How brave am I? I don't want that everywhere because that's a really vibrant orange. But I do want it where this sun is coming through. Now, I need a colour here that I don't think I've got on my palette, which is something, it's like that, but darker. I think that might be too bright. So a toned down version of that. I wonder if this might work. This is it's It's an orange, but it's a dull orange. I think that will work actually with a little bit of that other colour in it. And I'm not covering everything. I don't want to cover everything. And I'm just tapping it gently down just to give the impression where the light is catching. There'll be some more yellowy bits up here, I think, as we go along. Along the back here, I think there's some of this. It's like a very pale limey kind of green. Again, I don't want it everywhere. I think that's quite pretty. And it just like highlights. Yeah, that's okay. And then I want some proper yellowy orange, and it is going to be the same colour I used. Oh, hang on, I've got this one, which is, that's quite a nice colour, isn't it? Look. So if you look at the colours I used earlier, I've got these. So that's a warmer version of that. And then I've got my lemon and I've got my peachy colour. But this, I think this was the one I used, is a really nice corn colour. And then the other ones, I'm going to try this as well, which is darker. The other ones will just be for the highlight. So let's see what this looks like. It's quite nice. And they're quite good together because one is a cooler version of the other. So I think that's going to give me a bit more of this sort of impression down here. Now these are sticking up, but I don't want to end up with things that look like I've painted them, because I want it to look a bit more impressionist. So this is the cooler one I'm going in with. Just trying to change direction, and I will have a few little bits of maybe corn-shaped bits at the front, but they'll only be right at the front, and they're not that obvious. They're quite subtle. And then I'm going to come in with this brighter one, but not everywhere. Again, it's going to be around this bit that draws the eye in the middle. Nice. You can see how that lighter one then makes it appear really bright. This paper's not flat this side, so my pastel's not going on quite how I wanted it to. Okay, that's a bit more like that. Oh, we're getting there slowly. Now, what colour do I want on top of, because this is really quite, there's some real bright oranges in there. There's actually some quite ready. Let's try, let's see. Yep, there's some of this. Really bright orange this is. In fact, it's almost red. And just along here, there's a few patches of that. Comes down a little bit in the front. And there's something dark red, but quite bright in there. Let's see what we've got. It's not in, oh, is it? Is it in my box? Yeah, I think that actually, look, I don't know what colour it is, but it's a really warm, it's actually like a coral. Not in too many places. Warm rust that I started with, or not even rust. I use this one. That's quite nice down here. That's warmer again. Now I think I can go in with this lighter. And there's like a band of this very yellow across here, and it moves to an orange. So this is sort of just behind where these heads of corn are standing. There's some of that in here, but not too much. And this is my lightest. Now, do I want to put some of these sticks in with this? I think I will. See what they look like. Might regret this, but we don't know yet, do we? Well, that's sort of, I think I want to do a bit more with that sort of shape. A slightly different colour. Slightly warmer. Some more coral. Now I want some of this coral at the back. And in there somewhere, this is this really bright orange and yellow, actually. Let's try this, because this is going to be picked up from the sky. That's that, and that orange. Okay, I think that's looking okay. I'm going to come in with this really bright one again. Look at that. Is it bright enough? I think I can go brighter in here. Just at the top where the sun catches it. Yes, I think that's better. It is all experiment, isn't it? How do we know till we try? I quite like the look of that. Right, now here, where we've got the really bright sun, I'm going to have some bright yellow. Now make sure my pastel's nice and clean, because this yellow is going to be all around this really white. centre sun. Got a bit of dirt over here, so I'm going to use a pastel to get rid of that. I've got some clouds to put in there. So I'm going to go in with my really light lights and see what happens. So I'm now going to this lemon, and I don't want it all the way in the middle because the middle's going to be even lighter. I want it just to line that that darker yellow. Using it on its side now, and I am letting it blend on the paper. I'm going to blend that little bit out there so it's not so obvious. And then we're going to try and put my really, really, really light bit in. In fact, that comes out a little bit more. Kind of comes across there, doesn't it? And it merges a bit more with that warmer bit. So there's less of that really dark orange. I think that's a little bit better. Although now I've done that, it comes in quite dark down here. Right down here. Yep, I like that. And there's some more dark along here. Okay. Merge that a bit more because it's looking a bit stripy. Okay, now my lights are going to get gradually. No, that's not the right one. So I've got, this is actually light 4. And this to me looks like it's quite a good bright one. Put in there. I'm going to blow that away, not supposed to, I know. Now, I'm going to put some, I'm going to blend that a little bit more actually with that pale lemon. I don't want it too obvious. And the other way. Okay, and now I'm going to build up my bit around the bottom. So there were some really bright bits in here. And then the trees come up a little bit further. They're a bit softer in colour, so they're coming up. They're still a bit sunlit, so. Okay, I think that's okay. I want to bring my trees are a little bit nondescript there. So I'm going to, this is mauve. I'm going to put a little bit more detail in here. Okay. Little ones kind standing on their own at the back. That goes quite nicely over that purple to make it look like they're a little bit sunlit. I might use actually a little bit more this, because I think they would, on this side, they would definitely have some highlight from that sun. Not too much, but that's better, I think. I want more of a real sharp line, I think. More definition there. And here, got some more trees. This is actually, if I frame it, they're not even going to notice. But I do like to paint to the edge. And then it doesn't matter if you lose a little bit, does it? Now, how are we doing with this? I've lost that path, so I'm going to take it out completely now. Brighten up that orange. That orange, like this sky, it kind of comes in, moves in towards it, doesn't it? And that yellow. I think they call it couching when you have the warmer colours leading into the cooler, lighter colours. And that's definitely looking sun-kissed, isn't it? Okay, and this is still warmer down here. I think we can still afford to put a bit more of this in. Yeah. But it still needs some of this. It's so easy to overdo this. How you know when to stop? I don't know. I really don't know. Little bits of corn. I think they're looking. Oh, I'm quite liking it now. Oh, nearly dropped on. So I just need to go back to my sky, I do believe. Oh, actually quite like that. Let's put a bit more on here. But more like specific ears of corn then, don't they? Really, really not very specific at all. Oh, isn't that pretty? So what do I still want to do? I think I do want to put the clouds over. That's scary, isn't it? Because I could ruin it all at this stage. Okay. I think this, which is quite a warm corally colour. Yeah, that works. I'm going to come across. Yeah. It even has a little bit more orange in it, doesn't it, that cloud? Oh, scary, isn't it, at this stage? Picking up some of those colours from down below as well. And that is actually lit up on this side, that white yellow. And on this side it gets darker. More of this darker orange in it. Lush. I might darken up this edge because that, I think, is taking the eye off the page. So I'm coming in, I've got my teals and turquoises, my 3 shades, which is what I tend to work with. I seem to have got into like a habit of it. But I'm coming in with my mid one in here. I'm going to go in with a few more clouds, I do believe. I love those colours. We can put a little bit more cloud in here. It's the darker colour. So just taking out the vibrancy of that a little bit. I don't think it might be warmer. Yeah, the other one's a little bit brown. Hide it. And the rest of my sky. Quite like this where you've got a bit of darker there. I'm going to go in and accentuate that a bit, I think. It needs to be something a bit darker and a bit warmer. Yeah, I quite like that. Got some more of this here. A bit more obvious than this in the dark bits. Clouds a little bit, but not too much. So I've got, I don't think it's white. It's this pale lemon. That's the lightest one I've got on my palette. And I'm just gonna maybe highlight a few bits of clouds as they come across. It's a bit lighter here. Just really gently touching up here now. Now, I wonder if I've put too much detail now in that sky. I'm going to photograph it and have a look. So yeah, I'm wondering if the sky is kind of in competition now with the corn at the front. So I might just blend that back a bit, that sky, and see what happens. Don't want to take it all. Just soften it a bit. Isn't that grubby? You don't know, do you? Till you do it, and then you think, oh, that was a mistake. I think that's better, actually. I'm going to photograph it again. I think it's a bit better without all the detail in the sky. Oh, there's something missing. What is it? It needs something a little bit more around here. And that warm needs to come down a bit more into that. Yeah, I blended it and it lost some of its luminosity, I think. And I can still go in a bit with that warmer coral. Is it that one or that one? Let's try the lighter one. I think that's better. I think I want a little bit more warmth going up here. Just be catching the cloud. I know it's not in there, but I want this a little bit lighter. Maybe even. Yeah, I think that's better. I think still this needs to be a bit lighter, so I'm going in with my lighter, very bright orangey yellow, just along back. And I'm taking that across there as well. Smudge that out a bit, I think. Stop your eye going off the page. Smudge this off a bit. I've picked up dirty pastel here. Picked up that purple. that original cloud colour I used was too brown. So I am going to try and change that, but I might have to paint over it. See. It's better, I think. It was just too, yeah, it was too browny grey. So, is there something else that will have a little bit more cloud? Right, I'm going to step back. So there are a few little, tiny little detail bits, and I'm wondering whether to put them in or not. I think I'll try them, and then if I don't like them, I can take them out again, can't I? So we're going to try them. Actually, I quite like that, because it just adds a little bit to the detail, doesn't it? Yeah. How much is enough? How much is too much? Again, just pointing towards the middle. Just wiggling to get some detail in the front, but I don't want too much. And I think that is it. I'm going to call that a day.